Midnight isn't our closing time. Midnight is when the aisles start breathing. I manage a comic shop with hours that make sense only to night creatures and collectors. On shipment nights, I stay late to sort boxes. Cardboard coffins full of heroes. The strip mall empties early. The parking lot lights click to orange watchfulness. The bell over the door rings phantom chimes when the AC kicks. I was pricing back issues when the room cooled. A neat cold, like someone opened the cover of a winter you forgot you owned. The hair on my arms rose in a slow wave. My heartbeat got loud enough to drown the tiny radio playing synth from the 80s. I turned the volume up. The song sounded like it came from down a hallway instead of the counter. The bell rang. I looked up. The door was shut. A figure stood between new releases and horror. I hadn't seen him past the windows. He wore a hoodie the color of dust and moved like a panel flip, appearing in the next frame without crossing the gutters. His face, when he angled it, felt penciled by an artist rushing a deadline. Eyes a little too far apart, mouth too long on one side, nose sketched and re-inked in a slightly different place. Find anything good? I asked because, retail scripts are like rosaries you work when you're scared. It didn't answer. It just ran a finger, too long, down a plastic sleeve and left a fog trail. I thought about the time like 2 summers ago when a kid shorted a pull list by $1 and I let him walk because I recognized hunger. I thought about the distributor credit I misapplied last fall to cover a lost shipment and told myself I'd reconcile later. I thought about the owner trusting my count. Guilt is a back issue. You tell yourself you'll file it tomorrow, but you don't. The figure took a book from the horror shelf, The Visitor of course, and opened it to a splash page where a hero faces a wrong-faced god in a winter city. It breathed and frost smoked the paper. You want one? I've got stories. Humor is kind of like a cape you wear when you're unarmed. It said, and looked at the register. The drawer was balanced. The ledger app said so. But, the part of me that sweats over pennies said otherwise. So, I reached under the counter and pulled out the brown envelope where I keep embarrassments until I can fix them. Like, a misrung sale, a refund paid from the till because the card reader died, a distributor credit I pretended would post. I laid the envelope down. My hands shook. Sweat cooled fast. Sticky turned icy. I keep saying I'll fix it. I will. I'm sorry. The figure paged the comic without touching it. Panels turned under a glove that wasn't there. In the art, the hero spoke a word balloon I couldn't read, and the monster's mouth corrected itself by a line. The shop's bell didn't ring, but the sound of it hung in the air anyway, like someone inked it. I'll stay till it's right, I promised. I counted. I reprinted. I wrote a note to the owner with numbers that make managers frown and angels nod. Outside, the parking lot lights flickered once and held steady. When I looked up, the figure stood at the door. I hadn't heard it cross the rug. It lifted a hand, 2-3 joints too many, and tapped the glass without sound. For a second, its reflection in the window aligned and became a version of me I recognized enough to hurt. Then it was just the ghost of Neon from the vape shop 3 units down. I locked up at 2:11 a.m. The strip mall felt like a crater around a campfire. At home, my sister texted me to take a night off. My friend said I needed more sunlight. A regular DM'd asking if I'd seen the rare variant that mysteriously appeared in the case. I typed not for sale and meant it. If you've been visited between aisles and covers, if the room went library cold and a story asked for yours, tell me in the comments so we can band together and find refuge. And beware, don't ignore them. It ends terribly for those who pretend their ledgers are fiction. If you enjoyed this story, please subscribe and follow us for more bone-chilling chronicles. Join us on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and Blue Sky for more if you dare.